through the border. They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs.
So what jobs would those black and Hispanic jobs be, I wonder? I mean,
1, 2, 3.
Right.
Does he think these are black and Hispanic jobs, or what do you think he was talking about?
Well, you know, it's interesting because he says 18 to 20 million people coming across the border. So
which is not true.
Which is not true. But I guess they're all what, CEOs and
former lawyers, former RNC chairs.
What are you talking about, Mr. Trump? I mean, you want to make a play to black folks, you can't even show up at a barbershop.
Oh, because
you can't
he
even
called
show up at
in.
a barbershop. You call into a barbershop and you're going to talk to us about black jobs? Shut the hell up. You know, why do we even entertain this crazy from this fool?
Because first of all, I am very dismayed that after all the op-eds and the reporting and about Donald Trump's outreach to black voters and Hispanic men, black men, Hispanic men specifically, on the debate stage, we got one question. And the question was turned into trying to pit, by the answer of Donald Trump, pitting black people against Hispanic people. Right. And no one has asked what a black job is, what a Hispanic job is. I want the reporters who are on the trail with Donald Trump to ask him. He doubled down, tripled down in his rally in Virginia yesterday talking about it. This is offensive. This is an insult. This lets us know how little he thinks of black and Hispanic people in this country. His people had a barbershop event with black business leaders at a barbershop roundtable in Atlanta. Imported participants. And then Donald Trump couldn't even show up. He called in and started talking about his mugshot. Please stop writing. He's going to get 30% of the black vote. Do you think black people are stupid?
Can you just make the subtext textual for us? When he says a black job, what does he mean?
He's talking about menial work. That's what he's talking about. He's categorizing the skill set of individuals in this country, and he has a view of what we are capable of doing, and nothing more. And so when he's talking about this, and I've been in this room long enough to know what he's saying, because I've heard this crap before. For people who assume that because of the color of your skin, that's all you can do. So let's be straight up about what this man is saying when he talks about people coming across the border, taking black and Hispanic jobs. He's talking about taking menial labor work from other people. And that is just, for me, it is not even, it's beyond racist. It's un-American because it diminishes the aspirations of those individuals who do come, and it certainly diminishes the aspirations and opportunities of those of us who are already here.
And it's gross because he thinks he's inoculating himself against claims of racism.
Which is why he must be asked about it. I mean, this matters for 2024 and beyond. And, you know, which is why I'm glad we're here talking about it. But he must be asked about it. He must be rigorously examined. Just as we rigorously examined Joe Biden's terrible debate performance, we have to rigorously examine what Donald Trump is saying and connect that to what this means for our broader democracy and conversation.
What you just said and flip that script. Joe Biden, in the course of that debate, had turned around and said, I'm about creating, black jobs. What do you think the press would do with that? I mean, the first question out of their mouths would be, what is a black job? And so why isn't the press asking Donald Trump this, and why do you let him get away with sliding and shifting on the issue without pressing him and making him account for his own words?
Trump said that his tariffs are going to force China, quote, to pay us a lot of money. That was the very first of Donald Trump's long list of lies, over 50 of them, in that so-called debate. American tariffs can only be paid by American consumers of those goods. A 10% tariff on Chinese goods will not cost anyone in China 1 penny. It will not cost the government of China a penny. No business in China will be cost a penny by a Trump tariff. This is the kind of lie that no presidential debater would ever have attempted to tell prior to Donald Trump, and it was the least of his lies.
I didn't have sex with a porn star.
And you now live in a country where most of the public commentators with access to microphones declared the liar the winner of the debate, and the loser, in their view, was the older man with the weaker voice, who struggled to tell the truth in a ridiculous format that he is no longer any good at, and that has nothing to do with the job of president, a format that does not test the job of president. Most of the coverage of the event actively encourages the voters to look at that as superficially as possible and focus only on what the commentators call the performance and never the policy. The word panic started showing up on banners on your television screens. And then, of course, came the unrealistic notions that there is a magical candidate who can emerge to pick up the banner as the Democratic presidential nominee. Not one person who makes that suggestion has said who that magical candidate is and how and through what process the nomination could be delivered to that magical candidate. The New York Times editorial encouraging Joe Biden to leave the race, published tonight, at least admits